Okay, and because I am like totally anal and put a slight little digger in the bridge there, what I spent the last 30 minutes doing was getting out my Dremel with some buffing compound and re-buffing that screw. I'm probably going to have to replace this bridge, but you know, I am anal, and you know, if you ever have a problem and you make a little mistake, uh, I'm not making advertisements for Dremel, but awesome, always works, doesn't it? Had a little attachment on there that actually buffs, and so I was able to get rid of the digger and almost shine it back up to where it needs to be, and basically um, it's a little bit more worn like it would be after playing it for a while. I would say that this is about exactly like my 55 reissue was as far as the condition as we speak right now, because it looks a little road worn just like the guitar is supposed to be. So and I did put a little chink in there, unfortunately, but as you see, it looks pretty much like a bridge now. It's all good and shiny and everything's still good. Well, it's getting a little closer. See? Wow, an E chord. Well, what can you... And these are the factory strings, guys. So I put some super slinkies on this. Once I get the neck work done on it, it'll be pretty badass. Um, like I said, I did go ahead and play this already through a PV pre-tube and an old school amp that my bass player is kind enough to let me be borrowing right now, since my half stack is somewhere else. But you know, basically, you know, I could probably even plug this thing into an old Behringer bass amp that I have in here, and maybe I'll do that later. But it's getting closer. Like I said, these are factory strings, and unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to go to the store with him because I have my own issues I'm dealing with at this point and can't leave my house. So don't drink and drive. Um, so here we go. These tuners aren't too bad for Chinese wannabe shawlers. Not bad, huh? Getting there. It's almost playable. I don't know about the leads, but not bad. For who knows what gauge strings these are. They're not super easy to play on, that's for sure. I would be using some regular slinkies, but actually it's staying in tune. I'm amazed. So I will be back and we will start on the next process, which will be like seriously fine-tuning things. You know, I mean, it is a straight neck, man. I am just like totally amazed at how straight this neck is on this guitar. Fretboard is nice. The only thing is that, like I said, these frets, man, the way they cut off these frets, they're like, it's like a hacksaw. This right here, I mean, you can actually look at these gloves um, and see. I was wearing these gloves trying to mess with the neck, and it just shredded these surgical gloves. If this was a little kid's skin, I don't think it'd be a good thing. But we got it in tune, so we're making progress. So the real hard part is going to be doing this, which is taking the 400 grit. And I already used the 400 grit on this, and then I had to repolish and everything. So this is kind of like a burnished screw now, and it's not super, super, super chromy shiny, but it is still really shiny because like I said, I went ahead and now it has a satin finish, but it's actually been polished. If I get some good buffing rouge, I actually used a little bit of guitar polish on this that was old and crusty, so it kind of worked. This stuff, I don't know if you can see that, but and it actually polished it up a little bit, so it's not got a big old digger in it that's killing my hand now. And it kind of looks like an old 55 now, but it's still pretty much holding its tune, which I'm really amazed. So we will go on to some other stuff.